Bullet Club.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. If you've with us before, welcome to the channel. If this is your first time with us, you are watching Allin Presents, and specifically I'm Alan. I'm your host for this particular video, and this is my co-host. This is Leanne. And if you've already seen from the title card, some 20 to 30 seconds ago, we are doing and giving.
Oh.
We are diving our reactions. Our predictions to AEW's upcoming pay-per-view Double or Nothing from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on Sunday, May 26th.
Yay.
What's really cool about this one, happens on a Sunday night. In Britain, it's a bank holiday. So we haven't got to worry about avoiding spoilers all day and work on the Monday.
How are you spending your bank holiday?
Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing.
We're taking a trip to Vegas.
We don't have to go outside or talk to people.
I know, right? So the way this works is I will do the predictions. I will give the rundown and so forth because I've been watching the industry since I was around about 12 years old. That's quite some time. Let's not get into numbers. Let's not get into numbers. Hey, you married the old man, so you know. And then when it comes to reactions, which will probably be up, well, no, it will be up Monday. Getting a little bit ahead there. We will be up Monday. Leanne will take control of that one because she's given her reactions to the product as a relative newcomer to the industry.
I'm learning.
About 5 years? 4 years? 5 years?
Five or so years.
Something like that. I think it's just things were coming up to 5.5 maybe. I think Royal Rumble was your first event.
Yeah.
That's in January, so you probably come to 5.5 years.
It feels a bit weird saying that I'm like a new wrestling fan when I've literally been watching AEW since it came out. But
yeah, this is true. Yeah,
it's
so
still a new company.
this pay-per-view is the culmination of the 5 years of
Yes.
AEW. This is the sixth Double or Nothing pay-per-view, which culminates the 5-year anniversary of the business. Obviously, then October they will have the 5 years of Dynamite, which will be really cool. But you know, in my mind, this the wrestling in this industry in this company is far and beyond way better than anything WWE is doing right now in my mind.
Yep.
And that's my opinion, and that's fine. If people don't like AEW, that's their opinion. That's fine. Just don't be a tool about it, you know. So the way these work, if you've seen this before, you'll know how this works. If you haven't, I'm going to run it down anyway. So I will cover the non-title matches first, and then I will cover the title matches, but I will do them in the order that I'm looking forward to the most. Because I'm the host of this video, I do the predictions.
He has the power.
I have the power!
Oh,
I didn't get a battle cat. Where's Rags? Did he turn into Battle Cat? No, he didn't. I think he did.
Still definitely a cringer.
Oh, yeah, too right. So it's quite an interesting ratio. We've got 3 non-title matches announced, and we've got 7 title matches. So we've got 10 matches, which is precisely double King and Queen of the Rings match count.
Double.
Or nothing. As it stands right now. There's nothing announced for the 0-hour pre-show. Well, this is probably going to be the buy-in for this one because of Vegas. But you got to stop doing that. You got to stop doing that. It's putting me off.
It was just those
I know.
It might be some of these matches end up on there. I don't know.
It won't. No, there will be new matches announced. So when it comes to the predictions, if there is changes to the matches on Rampage, if you've still got to come on Friday night, Collision to come on Saturday night, there might be new matches, there might be changes to the matches, any updates to our predictions, they will be placed into the description of this video down below for your enjoyment prior to Double or Nothing kicking off. So that being said, let's jump into the meat and bones of it. I'm eager not to get this overrun. So first match we're going to talk about is going to be Orange Cassidy taking on Trent.
Yes.
Of Best Friends, technically.
Just best.
Best. So this has kind of sort of come about. It's just going to be quite a short one because it is. Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta were in the. I think we talked about this actually because the ladder match of Dynasty. So we did talk about this previously. Trent Beretta turned on Orange Cassidy when they lost their qualifying match in the tournament, or the tournament match to get a #1 contendership, or rather to vie for the vacant tag team titles at Dynasty. And it's kind of been from there. He had a parking lot brawl match with Trent, with Chuck Taylor.
Yes.
Effectively ending Chuck Taylor's career. Now, the injury Chuck Taylor has is genuine.
Yeah.
I don't think it was suffered in this match.
No. I think this was the
But this was a way to write it out, which is, and that's really cool. And it's obviously bad because obviously Trim and Trent are really good friends. Him and Orange, and I'm liking heel Trent. I really like heel Trent. I think he's fantastic. The one thing that caught me off guard, obviously they had the match on Dynamite, and Don Callis turns up, and it's like, wait, is he going to poach Trent? Wait, he's talking to Orange Cassidy? He's trying to poach Orange Cassidy for the Don Callis family. What the hell is that all about?
Yeah, it's a bit nuts.
It's crazy.
Who knows? I mean, Orange hasn't said anything.
It would
surprisingly.
It'd be really interesting to see if Orange is actually the dick that Trent says he is.
Yeah.
Turns heel and joins the Don Callis family, and then Trent becomes the good guy and is like, well, I told you all along. That would be an interesting dynamic, and I'm all in for that. I really want to see that. That would be really cool. It'd be something different. Because, like, Orange Cassidy, like, he's great, but his gimmick's getting a bit like, oh, all right. Enough. So I feel he needs a bit of a freshen up. He needs to be freshly squeezed.
I'm interested to see a heel Cassidy. That could be interesting.
Especially if you team up with, like, Konsuke Takeshita or Carl Fletcher, any of those guys in Don Callis family. I mean, there's not really much else. So, obviously, they had a bit of a brawl, and they became a bit of a street fight, as it were. And Orange Cassidy wanted to have another match with Trent, and Trent went, okay, well, tell you what, we'll make it a straight wrestling match instead of one of your stupid little brawls, because Trent believes he can out-wrestle Orange Cassidy. And that's kind of where we are now. Obviously, they had a tag team match last night. We had Roderick Strong and Will Ospreay in the other respective teams. And it kind of broke down a little bit, and there's a bit of a brawl back and forth and whatnot. And that's kind of leads us to where we are. So, have you got anything else to say about this one?
Not particularly.
Okay, in that case, who do you got winning?
Well, I'm kind of liking the thought of the Orange Cassidy heel turn. So I'm going to say Orange to win.
Yep.
But there's going to be shenanigans.
Yeah.
He won't win straight.
I'm going to agree with that. I think Orange Cassidy will win. Whether or not it'll be straight or not, I don't know. This is quite a difficult one to call for me because I would rather see Trent win.
Yeah.
And on the back of that, I'm going to pull something new out of my hat for this video. Leanne doesn't know about this yet. Leanne doesn't know about this. She knows I've got something up my sleeve. She doesn't know what it is.
Sleeves and hats.
She doesn't know what it is yet. So.
Oh, goodness. Is this going to be another quiz?
No. On the plate, on the nameplate, you haven't seen it. These guys have. You'll have noticed there's a new number on there. So usually in the rankings, it's wins, losses, and draws.
Yeah.
On our former plates, we've only had wins and losses.
Okay.
There's now a third number on there.
Okay.
It's the DR number. Okay? The desired result number. Okay? So, last time, who was it? What was it? When Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe fought the House of Black won. And I was absolutely gutted that I bet against the House.
Yeah.
Okay? So, in terms of the numbers and winning and losing, I've come up with an idea of a desired result number. Okay? So once per pay-per-view, because it'll only count for AEW because that's the only one we do the tracking on, the numbers. Any match at any point at any time, you can go, this is my desired result.
Okay.
Prediction.
So as in, if it's other than your prediction, you might want to cash it in.
No. So let's say Orange versus Trent.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's say I really want Trent to win, and that's going to be my desired reaction, or my desired result. Okay. So and then Orange wins. Usually that would go in as a loss.
Yes.
If it's a loss and Trent loses, that number wouldn't go into the losses column. It would go into the desired result column instead.
That's what I.
If it wins, you still get that number one in the wins. Yeah. So you don't take a hit into the losses. But you can do it on the wins. Okay. You can only do it once per pay-per-view.
Gotcha.
Okay? Cool. Anytime, when talking about the matches or the final result at the end of it all, you can say, this is what I want to do on this match. But it has to be during the predictions.
It's a lot of thinking. Okay. Let's go for it.
Okay. Next match we're going to have is one of these Eliminator matches, an IWGP Heavyweight Championship Eliminator match, which sees Jon Moxley, the champion, taking on Konsuke Takeshita from the Don Callis family. So the Eliminator match is basically a way to go, look, you want a title match, you got to prove your worth. If you beat me, I will give you a title match. That's kind of how it works. That's the long and short of it, basically. And obviously, Konsuke Takeshita feels that he's worthy of an IWGP Heavyweight Championship title match. Just a bit of background, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship is from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tetsuya Naito beat Sanada at Wrestle Kingdom in January to win the title. He's defended it up until Windy City Riot, in which Jon Moxley beat Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. I'm really gutted for Naito that Jon Moxley beat him for that belt, because Naito was doing a great job of it. And I guess maybe this is the way of Konosuke Takeshita to go, well, why is a Gaijin, an outsider who isn't even part of New Japan, or I guess hasn't really spent much tenure there, holding this belt? You know, so I get the feeling that's what's coming from. They haven't really elaborated too much on it. There's not really been much of anything. Konosuke showed up. They had a bit of a brawl. That's about it, really. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Anything else you want to say about this one, or there's not really been much, to be honest.
No, I haven't got much.
No. I mean, yeah, obviously you don't watch any New Japan stuff, so you're not really familiar with the IWGP Championship. Obviously, the last time you saw would have been a Forbidden Door, probably, when Sanada fought Jungle Jack Perry, you know?
Yeah, so I have very little to base this on.
In regards of that, though, who you got then?
Yes, Takeshita?
You going for Takeshita?
I really don't know on this one. Yeah, I haven't got much to base my prediction on, so I'm just going to go with my gut.
Okay, I'm going to go Mox.
Yeah.
I get the feeling that if Mox is going to have a title match with anyone, it's going to be someone from New Japan. I'm a little bit behind on New Japan at the moment. I don't know if he's had his match with Evil yet for that title. I would really love to see Evil take that title off Moxley, because I think it would be great. Part of Bullet Club's House of Torture spin-off faction. But I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one, what's going on with that. There's not really much else we can say about that one. Obviously, Forbidden Door is coming up, actually spinning into this. Forbidden Door is coming up at the end of June. They are holding a casino battle royale on Dynamite next week to determine the number one contender at Double or Nothing for the AEW World title. So whoever walks away with the championship, they'll know who they're facing at Forbidden Door this coming Wednesday, because it's on Dynamite. Now we move on to the last of our non-title matches, which sees an Anarchy in the Arena match returning as the Elite take on FTR, Bryan Danielson, and the returning Darby Allin. So this kind of came about when Jack Perry returned to Dynasty, helped the Young Bucks to win the vacant tag team championships in the ladder match. The next week on Dynamite, Jack Perry's like, I want to have a chat with Tony Khan in the ring. Tony Khan goes to the ring. They have a bit of a powwow. Jack Perry seemingly gets reinstated by Tony Khan. And then Jack Perry slams him in the gut. Out come the Bucks and deliver a TK driver to Tony Khan. Yeah. Who sells it like a champ, by the way. Like, if you were to put this next to Stone Cold Steve Austin stunning Vince McMahon for that first time, which looks like absolute ass, like, there's no contest, you know? So the next week then, after that, on Dynamite, Kenny Omega comes back in his hometown of Winnipeg. Was it Winnipeg? I think it was Winnipeg in Canada. And is like, this is a horrible behavior by the Bucks. I don't know what's going on. Out come the Bucks. And they attack Kenny Omega, who is suffering from diverticulitis. He's literally recently had surgery. Well, I think it was just after this. He might have had the surgery. So he's not in a good shape either. So they're obviously furthering this, hostile takeover by the Elite, who have taken over the company in Tony Khan's absence.
Yes.
And then, they attack Kenny Omega. Week after, again, on Dynamite, they have Kenny Omega on the screen from a hospital bed. So I'm assuming I'm guessing it's before surgery. I'm not entirely certain when the surgery was. And he's like, well, you know what? There's more than two EVPs. I'm also an EVP, and I'm making an arena match. And it's going to be the Bucks. It's going to be the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada, and it's going to be Jack Perry taking on Team AEW. And obviously FTR stepped to the plate. At the end of the episode, Bryan Danielson comes out, and so does Eddie Kingston. Yes. But wait a minute, Eddie Kingston isn't in this graphic.
Nope.
So, New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence, Eddie Kingston defends his strong New Japan Pro Wrestling strong open weight championship against Gabe Kidd, who proceeds to beat 7 bells out of him. It was a no ropes match, by the way, which is interesting. He takes a nasty spill on the outside where his knee kind of goes straight over the guardrail. I can't remember the exact thing, but he's done something with his kneecap or his knee. He's torn his ACL and his meniscus, and he's going to be out for the better part of a year.
Yeah.
Obviously, he lost his championship.
Yeah.
But the Bucks come in and they attack him to try and further, because they didn't know he was injured at that point.
Mm.
Obviously, since then, he's obviously been announced he's been injured. And then they get the replacement of Darby Allin.
Yeah. He's back.
Who comes in last week. He starts hitting them with skateboards and whatnot. And then last night on Dynamite, as we're recording this, Toni, the Elite ban Darby Allin from the arena.
They put little posters up around the place.
Giving all the staff little things like little wanted posters. This guy's banned. Do not let him in. You know, this guy's not coming in the building.
They're on the ringside barriers as well.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah. So it was really cool. And then at the end of it, they're beating up Bryan Danielson after he's taking a beating from Satnam Singh. You've got FTR didn't even show up because they were injured from the beating they took last week, so they couldn't make it to Dynamite this week. So you literally got all of the Elite just beating down on Bryan Danielson. Then you kind of see on the screen a car pulling up. Out gets Darby Allin with this gun-looking thing. It's like, what the hell is that? And then he fist bumps the driver, who is Tony Khan. And then he comes out, and it turns out that Darby Allin's brandishing a goddamn flamethrower. Like, what the hell? I've never seen a flamethrower in a wrestling thing before.
Nope. I was amazed how much fuel there was in that thing.
There was a lot. You can see the cable going. He must have had like a backpack on or something under his shirt. But yeah, it wasn't like, okay, this is great, because he was just sort of stood there and he was just sort of holding the trigger and he was flaming out.
Like actually point it at anyone.
Yeah, exactly. And he's so close to the crowd as well, so you could have just scorched some eyebrows there. But I can imagine the heat from that was pretty nasty.
There's enough to scare people off a bit.
Which is pretty cool. And again, it's like there's been almost like snippets, little this has happened, this happened, this happened. But there's been such a good build-up going into it because so much has happened, even though it's been like 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 10 minutes there. And it's been building and building and building. And that's why this is my most anticipated non-title match of the card. Anything else? Any other final thoughts you want to put for this one?
No, not really. Anarchy in the arena is always good. We'll see how they work the cameras, if they do split screen or anything, because that's usually the thing that we're lacking. So yeah, it could be a fun one. Yeah.
Who have you got?
Oh,
this one's a nasty one.
It is really nasty. I'm gonna go Team AEW though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Any reasoning why, or?
I just feel like, I don't know. It's tough because they're like the rebelling against authority kind of thing, because the Young Bucks have put themselves as authority, so you kind of want them to win.
But the Bucks are rebelling. But the Bucks are rebelling against the authority of Tony Khan.
No, they're being the authority.
Yeah, but it's I liken this to the authority in WWE in that sense, where they weren't sort of doing what this one wanted, but they were playing the heels, and it's kind of a similar thing to that. I do feel that if they did end this now, it would be too soon, so I'm going Elite. The Elite's bound to have something up their sleeve.
Yeah.
They're bound to. Like, Kodobushi. We talked about Kodobushi, I think, at Dynasty Reactions, I think. I think he's injured. I don't know what the injury is. It's been very hush-hush. I don't know if he's cleared, but he might turn up. They might bring Hangman Page back in, because he's obviously a bad guy right now. They might bring some other people into the Elite.
Yeah.
And have that overwhelming odds against the Team AEW. I don't think we've had a Blood and Guts this year yet.
Okay.
So I feel that this could spin into the Blood and Guts match. I feel there's a lot more to go with this yet, and I feel to have the Elite lose this now would be a really bad move.
Cool.
And that's not just because I'm an Elite mark, because I love the Elite. Okay, so then we're going to move on to our title matches.
Cool.
The first of which being Willow Nightingale defending her TBS championship against Mercedes Mone. Mone. That's how I feel about this match. Perfectly honest. Yawn is literally what I've put in my notes here, because it's Julia Hart lost the title last month at Dynasty. She's injured, so fair enough. But as soon as there was sort of a sniffing of Mercedes Mone or Willow sort of being the champion, Mercedes Mone comes out and says, well, you know what? I'm the number one contender next time, but she hasn't even had a match. That really rubs me up the wrong way.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Why is her in-ring debut is on paper?
In a title match, yeah.
I think we talked about it before.
It's because she wasn't cleared.
Yeah, but at the same time, that doesn't mean she's moved up the rankings.
Nope. She's not all that. She's really... And like, you go back and watch her last few promos, they've not been that good. At all.
But some people love her.
Tony Khan is literally throwing money into the bin and setting it on fire at this point. Well, yeah. But paying her that contract, it's ridiculous. Yeah. She's not worth the trouble. and I feel really bad for Willow
Yes.
to be stuck in this position. Because for some reason, a lot of the fans like Mercedes.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. Because I got fed up when I kept seeing her and Charlotte Flair dropping the title belt back and forth every few weeks, which is really annoying, and it really devalues the belts, And again, the same with this now. If Willow drops it, it's been like a month.
Yeah.
If she drops it to the Mercedes Mone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's annoying, and the only interaction there's been any physical altercation really it was the contract signing last week on, I believe it was Dynamite, where Mercedes slaps Willow and Willow then puts her through a table.
Yep.
Like, okay, that was great, awesome, but that was it.
It doesn't prove that Mercedes hasn't got any ring rust.
Nope. Now, we don't know how long or if she's even cleared to this point when we're recording this.
True.
She might not get cleared until the day. We don't know. We have no idea. All we know is she's not having any matches.
No.
Because she is not cleared. That's the long and short of it.
It's a risk. It's such a risk.
Yep.
Are they just going to pull the match last minute if she's not cleared?
They'll probably clear her, but if something goes wrong in the match and she snaps that ankle again...
Yeah. Oh.
That's a big money contract that Tony Khan is just letting her sit on.
This is going to be the kind of match you just watch between your hands.
Yeah, it's like a train wreck, isn't it? Have you got any thoughts about this? Because I'm done.
Yeah, Willow's great, and she's had a short run as champion so far, but I feel like she's
I don't think she's even defended the title.
She's such a personality, and like on one hand, like she's just being like a normal person, but that in itself is unique because. Everyone's such big characters, and she's just a cheerful woman who's just gonna fight things and smile.
Yeah, and like I've said this before, Willow is a bigger lady, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But there's stuff she can do with the size. Like if Nia Jax could learn a few things from her.
Oh, for sure.
And I like the fact that it's not just all these skinny little Barbie bimbos with big boobs and skinny waists, and it's like.
But at the same time, she's not like using the size as a gimmick.
No, exactly, yeah, exactly.
It's like, it's the right way. She's just, she's
it's
a
almost
regular
like,
person.
It's almost like Piper Niven does. She doesn't use the size as a gimmick.
Mm-hmm.
She just uses her angriness as a gimmick, which is fine. And as you say, Willow's this overjoyous, kind of fun-loving, happy character.
She's so relatable, because that's like the type of person I'd love to be, is just be happy and friendly,
But it's kind of breaking that mold, as I say, of not having this, as I say,
doesn't
the skinny woman, and it's really, it's, I guess, really on my nerves.
Different,
yeah, exactly.
But like us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
bit more like some of us than others. So, okay, who have you got?
Mercedes.
Absolutely, 100% Mercedes.
And I'm sad about it, because for all the reasons I said that I like Willow, I think she would do well.
Mercedes has the charisma of a wet cardboard box.
And like you said, she might just snap her ankle any minute. I don't know.
You never know. You never know.
What's going to happen?
You never know, do you?
I'm scared.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Next up then, we have for the FTW title, Chris Jericho defending against Hook and Katsuyori Shibata. Now that's for the world title, not the other one, not the Taz one. Taking great umbrage. I'm quite enjoying the learning tree thing.
Yes.
And the fact that Jericho keeps calling it the for the world title and is rubbing Taz up really badly, and I think that's great. Taz is fantastic. This kind of came about from 2 triple threat matches, or 3 triple threat matches rather, where Hook, Katsuyori Shibata, and the Bounty Hunter Bryan Keith won their respective matches, and the winners of those matches went into a triple threat themselves to see who would get the title match at Double or Nothing.
Yes.
My shirt is riding up my back, so I'm just going to sort that out. And it's quite funny that it was 3 triple threat matches with the final triple threat match, and now we've got a triple threat match for the title.
They definitely did that on purpose.
But it's like, but how did we get here? Well, it's simple enough. Bryan Keith got tapped out by both Hook and Katsuyori Shibata at the same time. That was nuts.
Yeah.
Like, what?
What call can the ref make other than raise both the arms? They both win.
Yeah.
It's either that or you throw the match out, and no one wants that.
Yeah, and it kind of likens it to going back to, I think 1998. I think it was Fully Loaded pay-per-view, because it was still pay-per-views back then, WWF days. Stone Cold Steve Austin defending his WWF Championship against The Undertaker and Kane. Vince McMahon put a stipulation in. Undertaker could not pin Kane.
Yeah.
Kane could not pin The Undertaker. Okay, great. So they both ended up beating down Austin, and they both pinned him at the same time. Ref counted it, and then who's the champ?
Mm.
The belt was vacated.
Yeah.
You know?
Has to be.
So, yeah, and I think that obviously rubbed a lot of people. I think this would, if you'd done that same year, it would have rubbed a lot of people.
Yeah. It does add that extra layer if there's a championship involved, because they literally can't both have the belt.
Yeah. I do love that Jericho was on commentary, and he literally kind of got up on the mic, and he was like, you know what? Let's make it a triple threat for the world. You know? That'd be great. And then Tony Khan's obviously texting like Tony Schiavone, and he's like, yeah, triple threat. But Jericho kind of got in there first, which I thought was great.
Yeah.
And this could be really good. It's a triple threat. Obviously, FTW for the world. It's probably not no holds barred, anything goes, etc. But it's a triple threat.
So there's no DQ.
So there's no DQ. Because who would you disqualify?
Who wins?
Exactly. And obviously Jericho
Two people win.
Jericho could take advantage as well, because he's got Big Bill under the learning tree.
He's got Big Bill, he's got Floyd.
Yep. Yeah, have you got any other thoughts on this one?
I'm looking forward to this one. I think it could be fun.
Yeah.
Be a little bit of chaos. Not as much chaos as the Anarchy in the arena, but it could still get there. And yeah, these are all great guys. So I know some people want Jericho to retire, but he can still go. So it's going to be good.
It's better shape than I am.
Amazing.
Tell you that.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match.
Yeah, and Katsuyori Shibata, he's a former Ring of Honor Pure champion.
Yes, and they've got the dynamic Hook and Shibata as well, because they're sort of friends.
Yeah, and obviously you got the phone thing with Shibata. I think that's fantastic.
I love the phone thing.
Funny.
Just using a translation app to say just the best lines, but somehow they're much better when they come from a phone. I love it.
Yeah. So in that case then, who do you got?
I'm not sure. I think it's between Hook and Jericho. Yeah. Part of me, I think, just really wants Hook to get it back. So I may spend my desired outcome point, not sure. But at the same time, Jericho's not had it for long. And
yeah, about a month.
Rubbing Taz up the wrong way could have hilarious consequences if it's let.
It already has, yeah. It already has.
It has. It could go further, and he could use that more. I'm not sure because he's already beaten Hook for it. So did they do it straight away? I don't know. It's really tricky. I think I'm gonna go Jericho. Yeah. But I will put Hook as my desired outcome.
Okay.
I'm spending it.
I mean, so yeah. So
or should I save it until the end and then decide?
It's up to you.
I've only got one. Let me hang on to that thought.
Okay. So who are you going for?
I'll say Jericho.
Going for Jericho. Okay. I'm going Jericho.
Okay.
Because I've got a really nasty feeling Shibata wants to be part of the learning tree.
Ooh.
So what if he got into this match just to screw Hook over?
Interesting.
And that would be the only... For me, that's the only way you could effectively beat Hook without using all the tools and stuff that Jericho did at Dynasty and still have Hook look strong.
Yeah.
Because it's effectively 3-on-1 with Big Bill.
Yes. Okay.
In my mind. So that could be the thing. So I'm going Jericho to retain. I don't think this has gone anywhere near its course yet. Yeah. I'm enjoying this. I think it's great.
Cool.
The next match, I was tied between flipping the position here, but I didn't want to put two women's matches right next to each other. Okay. Yeah. So the next match we're going to talk about is Toni Storm defending her AEW Women's World Championship against the Professor Serena Deeb. The build-up's been a bit... what?
Yes.
So I think it was after Dynasty, after Thunder Rosa lost. And Toni Storm was in the ring and she was getting beaten down, or someone was getting beaten down, and the belt was on the stage, on the ramp. It was in Jackson's Place, so they had the weird kind of, let's say the weird, almost like right angle kind of rampway. Serena Deeb goes there, sits there, picks up the belt, looks at it, puts it down, grabs the camera and comes to go, next time I pick that up, I will be the rightful holder of that title. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, what? We're getting Serena Deeb and Toni Storm? And just so, because Serena Deeb has been on an absolute tear since she came back to AEW after her injury. And I did say, I believe at Dynasty, I can't remember if it was in the predictions or reactions, that I would love to see Serena Deeb take the belt off Toni Storm. So it's quite funny that I kind of call that in the sense that, oh, okay, that's the next challenger.
Yep.
Then the last few weeks, we just had Toni Storm back and forth, Serena Deeb talking back and forth. until last week when they stole Serena Deeb's flag, the Deeb dojo.
Yes.
And then Toni Storm did a weird striptease thing behind it.
Yeah, and then wrapped the flag around herself.
And then
like
legged it. Yeah, and then legged it when Serena Deeb jumped out the ring because she's dangerous.
I think it was very Toni Storm.
Yeah, I don't know if I get it, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
At the same time, you know, it's weird.
It's like almost highest form of insult apart from like burning the dojo flag.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not for sure if I like it.
It is a bit out there.
And for me, I'm wondering if Toni Storm's timeless gimmick is running its course.
Mm-hmm.
Is it too much now? It's been 6-7 months.
I liked when they were doing like the film vignette
yes.
thing, so we haven't had
one of those for a long time.
So it is sort of and the watch for the shoe. They haven't done a lot of those things that were like iconic of it. Sort of filtering out. So maybe
chin up, tits out, watch for the shoe. Yeah. Do you know who didn't watch for the shoe last night on Dynamite? Toni Storm. Serena Deeb crowned her with a heel.
Oh yeah.
Right in the face. It was beautiful.
That looked like it could be so painful.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, again, the build-up for this hasn't been great. And it is a criticism. The women's division isn't fantastic in both companies. You know? And that some things they do with the women's division in AEW is great. Mm-hmm. Other times it's like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And this is very much a case of that. Mm-hmm. Serena Deeb is an absolute monster.
Yeah.
The only thing that she did do I thought was really good was last night when she put the chair on Toni Storm and she started stretching her because that's Serena Deeb's thing. Yeah. She's a professor in the ring. That's the whole thing. And I feel that was a good way to weaken Toni Storm almost going into Double or Nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
But the problem is she's still got Harley, what's her name?
Oh, Mariah May.
Mariah May and Luther. I was thinking Harley Cameron, the other one. Yeah. Any other thoughts on this?
This match could go either way. I think depending on sort of who's controlling it in a way, because Toni Storm's, like we've said before, is that sort of slapstick almost.
Yes, yeah.
And she can definitely go.
Oh yeah.
It's very over the top comedic to lean into the character, and Serena Deeb's just gonna be vicious and
straight to the point.
Right on the mat.
No muss, no fuss.
Make him tap. So it's sort of like it feels like this is going to be almost two very different matches in one match.
Serena's going to go for submissions and proper holds, and Toni Storm's going to go for the hard-hitting aspect.
Yeah.
Not that Serena Deeb cannot do hard-hitting, because I believe that she absolutely could.
But preferred styles and all that.
But preferred style would be the ground-and-pound grappling kind of... Yeah.
Yeah. It could be really good.
It could be, yeah. Who you got?
I'm going to go deep.
You going deep?
I'm going deep. Maybe it's a wishful thinking. I don't know.
I'm going Toni Storm. I don't think they're ready to take it off. Yeah, I don't think. I would love to see Serena Deeb take the belt from Toni Storm to show them how a woman's wrestler can be, how proficient, how incredibly athletic, and how amazing she can be.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they need. And I feel that the Toni Storm thing, as I said, is kind of, it's to me, it's, as you say, it's nothing fresh anymore. It's kind of running its course.
Yeah.
But I feel that the moment she loses that title, she's going to fracture, she's going to splinter, and the gimmick will probably be done.
I kind of love, though, if that happens, and the fracturing and splintering, because that's how she got into this character in the first place, with a mental breakdown.
It'll almost be like a course correction,
yeah. It's like, is she going to go back to how she was, or is she going to
maybe
do something completely different? I'm quite interested.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
But, Okay. Potentially in a controversial place on my my most anticipated list of matches on this card. Next match we've got defending the AEW World Championship, Swerve Strickland versus Christian Cage of the Patriarch. Is it the Patriarchy? There's a Patriarchy because he is the Patriarch. Yeah, I always get that mixed up. Controversial placement, but I feel some other matches are going to be just absolutely barn-burning belters of a match.
Yeah.
So I put it here, and it's still within this. I mean, there's it's still in top 4.
Yep.
So Christian Cage gets put into this match by the Elite because they're the heels now. They're buddies with Christian Cage, and he just gets put into the match. Since then, it's been a bit of a constant beatdown on Swerve, who has been trying to rise to the challenge.
Yeah.
He gets beaten down by Killswitch, Christian Cage, and
Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne. Couldn't think of his name then. And then Swerve's like, yeah, I'm bringing back up next week. He brings up the Mogul Embassy, which is Gates of Agony and Brian Cage, who then turn on Swerve and beat him down. Great. Awesome. So Swerve's on his own, but I kind of felt that it's probably the right thing to do.
Yeah, he was a bit of a turning into a face, but still in a heel faction.
So. Yeah. And I think I addressed that during one of the actual predictions from Dynasty, So it is potentially the right thing to do. And it obviously we had that barn burner of a match between Brian Cage and Swerve, which was great. I thought it was a fantastic match. And then obviously it sort of led on from there, and Christian Cage last night was sort of mouthing off and kind of got in the ring, and then Swerve starts beating him up. Christian does a runner. Obviously they've beaten up Prince Nana before this as well. Yeah. Getting a little bit ahead of myself there. So Christian gets into his car, he starts driving off, and you know what Christian should have done when he was driving off?
Look.
Should have swerved, because in comes a black SUV to block Christian's path. And who's sitting in the driver's seat, sipping on a drink?
Prince
Nana. Christian should have swerved.
Yeah.
And obviously Swerve gets him, drags him out, and just crowns him and beats him up on the roof. And then he hits a concerto on the roof of the vehicle. It's like, oh my God. And that kind of leads us to where we are now, in that sense, that it is a straight match. It's not a street fight. It's not no hold bar or no DQ or whatever. So Kill Switch and Nick Wayne, they'll probably try and interject themselves, but they're going to have to be careful that they don't cause a disqualification.
Yeah.
For Daddy. Daddy Cage. I mean, again, it's one of the ones where there's been build-up, but it's not been a massive amount. It's all been talk.
Yeah.
And Christian Cage is fantastic on the mic. He's one of the best. Swerve is really good on the mic. He's one of the best. But I feel Swerve does his best stuff in the ring.
Yes.
Obviously, the history goes back with these two all the way back to Allin in Wembley last year.
Yeah.
Where they teamed up to face Sting and Darby Allin in that coffin match. And obviously Swerve lost that, and Christian took a bit of umbrage to it. But yeah, I mean, have you got anything else to say about this?
The only thing that popped in my head is that it sometimes feels like Swerve's at his most intimidating when he's just staring and smiling. There's something about the way he looks.
You don't know what's going on up there. Yeah.
It just looks manic, but not like crazy, just like it's ticking over. He's got something planned. He knows what he's doing.
Well, it's like when the Bucks went up to him at Dynamite last night and they hand him this Darby Allin band from the building flyer. And Swerve just kind of takes it, stands up, and he doesn't say anything. He just kind of scrumples it, twists it, and walks off. And it's like...
Yeah, he's good at promos, but he's great at using silence as well.
And that's when he goes, I think he does say, hit my music and go into the ring, something like that. And then he's like, we don't control the music. Like, the Bucks like, we don't control the music. Somebody hit his music. Who controls the music? And then Swerve's me. And
it's already playing when they're saying it, but that's fine.
Yeah, no, it's great. I thought it was fantastic. But again, it's kind of like that sometimes the less you say speaks louder than what you do say.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
And we'll get on to another bit of that later on in another match, but we'll get to when we get there. So, if you're going to tell us about this one, who you got?
Swerve. I'm not ready for Swerve to lose it. I'm not ready.
Swerve's retaining all the way. I would not be surprised if Swerve is still champ come All In. I would not be surprised if Swerve is still champ at the end of the year.
He needs a long run. He can hold it. He'll be defending it like every couple
and
weeks.
We still need that one-on-one match for the title with Adam Page.
Yeah.
We need that to happen. Okay, next up is a match announced last night on Dynamite. And it is going to be, and I'm going to call them this because they haven't officially announced the name change yet.
Okay.
It's the Bullet Club Gold defending their undisputed AEW Trios Championships against the returning Death Triangle. Fenix has obviously had a couple of injuries, so he's been out for a little bit. I forgot how jacked Fenix was until you see him on Dynamite last night, and it's like, oh my God. Penta is obviously fantastic in his own right. His daughter's training to be a wrestler.
Oh, cool.
She's like, I think 12 years old, something like that, and he's got her dressed up, and there's a picture I saw of her that she's got his mask on and all that, but it's her size. And it looked really cool.
Yes.
And obviously Pac's back, and that's great.
Pac's back.
The Bastard is back. And that's great for everyone.
Yes.
Because who doesn't need another ravaging, sort of rampaging British man running around in a wrestling business who's jacked to the nines and can fly like the wind, you know?
Pitbull.
Yeah. And then obviously we've got the Bang Bang Gang.
Yeah.
Guns up.
Guns up.
So this kind of came about when Pac Pac interjects himself during an after-match scuffle between Switchblade Jay White and Rocky Romero, Azuka, as they're calling him. Pac kind of puts himself into Bullet Club's business.
Yes.
So Bullet Club put the hit out on him.
Fair.
There was a promo where Pac was on the screen, and it's obviously a pre-tape or whatever, and he's like, I don't feel anything, I need to feel something again, and so forth, and next thing you know, Bullet Club are dragging Pac, who's obviously been beaten down and battered by the Bullet Club, dragging him out onto the stage, and everyone's like, oh my god. Then the next week, which is obviously last night's Dynamite, he sort of turns up on the screen, he went, you know what, you made me feel something, and I'm grateful for that, but I'm coming for you now. And I've got my amigos. And out comes Death Triangle. And it's like, oh, crap, here we go. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously Death Triangle are former Trios champions.
Yes.
In their own right. So
they're coming for the belts.
Yeah, they're coming for the belts, but there was a backstage segment with the Bullet Club, with Bullet Club Gold, before the end of Dynamite last night, where they did say the Guns are going to face the Lucha Bros on Collision this week. Unless the Lucha Bros beat the Guns, it will not be a title match. It will just be a straight match. Simple as that. If the Lucha Bros win, it will be a match for the Trios titles. That's that.
Okay.
Anything else you going to say about that?
Apart from that your mic's gone off.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how long this one's going to last.
Okay. Anything else you going to say about this?
No. No, it's going to be great fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, you can see why I put this quite hard, because all 6 of these guys are incredible. I think it's fantastic. Who you got?
Guns Bullet Club Gold to retain.
Damn straight.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a great coming a homecoming, I guess, for Death Triangle.
Yes.
But maybe a bit more time before they actually get the belts.
Yeah, I think so. Cool. Right, we're going to take a quick break then to get this mic situation sorted, and we'll be back in a moment.
Yay!
All right, so our mic problem is sorted, and we're back. So we're going to just jump straight back into it. No fuss, no muss. Let's go. Next match we're going to talk about is for the International Championship, and it sees the champion Roderick Strong of Undisputed Kingdom defending against Will Ospreay, the Billy Goat. So Will Ospreay won. I can't remember the exact name, but it was something like a Casino Royale or something. It was a gauntlet match. It was some sort of gauntlet match, and there was an excellent number of competitors, and the first person to get a pinfall, regardless whether all the competitors been in the match or not, would have got the pin. So you could have had the first 2 competitors out, third one's coming out, for one of the other guys got a pin. Oh, well, that's it. All right, cool. Yeah. Ospreay beat, I can't remember how many people it was. It was a little while ago now, so I don't remember the specifics of it, but it was a great match. And obviously Will Ospreay, I think he's currently 8-0 for singles matches in AEW. Did lose the tag match last night, but that was Orange Cassidy taking the hit. Yes. With Roddy, I think it was Roddy Strong pinning Orange Cassidy while Trent and Ospreay was brawling. There's not really been much. Like when Will Ospreay's been having matches, Roddy's been out on commentary, or the Kingdom, not Undisputed Kingdom, but the Kingdom, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett have sort of been turning up, and Wardlow's been turning up and whatnot. So it's not really been a massive amount of build up to this one, which is like, right, okay. But for something like this, I guess you don't need to, because it's not really story based. It's Will Ospreay won a match to become number 1 contender. Yeah. That's the build up technically. So I'm not really upset about that. No. This is quite high on my this is going to be great list in the terms of the matches, because it's Will Ospreay and Roderick Strong, and both guys are absolute beasts. Yes. Will Ospreay is literally one of the best in the world right now, and Roderick Strong, the messiah of the backbreaker, like, oh my god, this guy's amazing. But too many people sleep on Roderick Strong. Yeah. And he's so good. And when he won that International Championship off of Orange Cassidy, I was so happy. I think that was that Revolution? I think it was Revolution, wasn't it, in February? Yes, it was, yeah. Or was it March? One of the two. Yeah. But yeah, that was absolutely incredible, and he's been doing a good job of it. He hasn't really defended it much, but it kind of leads into the whole persona of the Undisputed Kingdom right now. Yes. We haven't seen Adam Cole since, I want to say, Dynasty showed up. No, it was an episode of Dynamite when Wardlow lost to Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
And he kind of gave him the evils, like, what you're wrecking my plan, pal. And nothing's ever. So obviously, Adam Cole has been told not to travel because it's stifling his recovery from his surgery. So that's probably why we haven't seen him. But I'd imagine we're going to get to see Adam Cole at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
I'd be very surprised if he doesn't turn up. It's the only match with Undisputed Era in it as it stands right now.
Yep.
Obviously, things might change, but we yet to see that yet. So obviously, keep an eye on our social medias, keep an eye on the description, and we'll obviously update you as things go along.
Yes.
Have you got anything to say about this one?
Not particularly. The Roderick Strong storyline's been great, and Will Ospreay's just a treat to watch whatever he's doing. So this is going to be a great one.
I showed you that the 10-man tag match, the last match he had in New Japan Pro Wrestling, where it was United Empire versus the Bullet Club. In that wild 10-man steel cage match, it was nuts.
Yeah,
and that went for over an hour. And Ospreay took the brunt of it, and he got beaten up so hard, and he's just so good in it, though. It's just amazing.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I think it would be probably too soon for him to get it this year, but I definitely think the plan would be to give Will Ospreay the opportunity to fight for the title at All In. I wouldn't want to see it this year, probably next year, and because he's definitely going to win it. They would not have him lose that match in front of a British crowd.
No.
Because he's British.
Yes.
So it makes sense to have him win on the biggest AEW stage of the year. It's effectively AEW's WrestleMania. It's All In, you know? And I don't want to see it this year, because I think it would be too soon. I don't want to see Swerve drop the title that soon.
No.
But definitely, it's going to happen. It's going to be at All In. In regards to this match, though, who do you have winning? Is Roddy going to win? Is he going to retain, or is Will Ospreay going to take it?
I think this is quite tricky. I think if it wasn't a title match, I'd be Will Ospreay all the way. But it being a title match, I'm not sure if they would give this title to him at this point. I think there's more that the Undisputed Kingdom could do with Roderick Strong as champion. So I'm going to say Roderick retains.
Go for Roddy.
But there may be some shenanigans.
Okay. I'm flipping that completely on its head. I'm going to go Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay's winning it.
Cool.
I get the feeling that Adam Cole look to Wardlow was like we don't deal with losers in this group, but obviously it's yet to come to pass. The problem is that Undisputed Kingdom hasn't really been doing much because of the Adam Cole injury, obviously, which is fair enough. But I feel that the whole build up to that was great, and then the payoff hit, and it's like, let's see where they go from here.
And they go nowhere. They can't go.
Oh, they haven't gone anywhere.
They're stuck.
So I feel that they've kind of gone and it's very slow decline. And I feel that having the belt pulled off of Roddy, put onto Will Ospreay, who by God deserves it, furthers that sort of, well, Roddy's going to be in Adam Cole's bad books, but yet they're best friends. So how is that going to play into it? You know, are we going to get two warring sides of Undisputed Kingdom? Are we going to get Adam Cole pitting the Kingdom against Roddy and Wardlow for the ROH tag titles to try and prove their worth and see who actually deserves to be in the faction? Who knows? On the other side of things, what faction is Will Ospreay a part of?
The Don Callis family.
Don Callis family, but he looks like he's going to be on his way out of it soon.
Yes. This
could be the catalyst, him getting a title, and because he wouldn't lord it over him. Obviously, Kyle Fletcher's the ROH TV champion. You've got Powerhouse Hobbs is currently injured. Konsuke Takeshita, from our predictions, you think he's going to win the title opportunity. I think Mox is going to win and beat him. But I feel that Ospreay, pronouns pal, would probably end up being seen as he calls him the golden goose, you know, of the Don Callis family. And I think that's going to backfire on him. And he's going to have to kick Will Ospreay out and turn the Callis family against him because he's got the belt. Okay. And it's a good way then to keep the Callis family heel and have Will Ospreay just go from here to here. Because the only way this guy is going is this way. Yeah, he's just got constant upward trajectory. Nothing more.
Cool.
And with that, then we come to our final match of the night. Do you remember what it is without looking at my notes?
Nope.
Defending the TNT Championship in a barbed wire steel cage match, Adam Copeland takes on Malakai Black of the House of Black. Is it any surprise why this is my most anticipated match of the night?
Well, t-shirt. House of Black.
Got to rep my House of Black, guys, you know? So House of Black won the 6-man tag match, which we talked about briefly earlier at Dynasty, which is obviously where the desired result singers come into it. And from that, obviously, Malakai Black pinned Adam Copeland. Technically, in other companies, federation, whatever you call them, if you pin the champion, you pretty much deserve a title match. And that's kind of where it stemmed out from. Before that, though, he threw Buddy Matthews at Adam Copeland, who got beat by Adam Copeland, obviously.
Yeah.
But after that, Cope got the chair and was looking like he was going to smack Buddy Matthews with it. Lights go out, lights come back up, Malakai's there, and he's going, do it.
Yeah.
Buddy's there on his knees in front of Copeland going, do it. And it freaks Copeland out. It's like they're getting in his head, you know? And then Brody King absolutely bulldozed Adam Copeland. Copeland wins, but he annihilated Copeland. He beat him so hard. And then after that, they sort of beat him in the... There wasn't a sanctioned match, so they just kind of... what do you call it?
Beat him up.
What's the word I'm looking for? Ambushed him.
Yeah.
Beat him up. And then Malakai takes Adam Copeland's wedding ring.
Yes.
And it's like, what the hell is he doing? And then he cuts like this one of the promos in the back that he does, which are always absolutely incredible. You hang off every word.
Yeah.
I liken it to Jake Roberts. The way when Jake Roberts would cut a promo back in the day, he wouldn't raise his voice. He would go quiet. And Malakai does that. Brody does that. But this is the House of Black. It's the way it is. It makes you listen. It makes you pay attention to sit up and be like, okay. And he was saying that he feels that Copeland is not being true to himself. That the ring, as it were, is kind of distracting him from who he should be. Fast forward to last night on Dynamite, because obviously Kyle O'Reilly's been butting in and helping Adam Copeland fend off the House of Black. Didn't do him any good last night against Malakai Black, though, did it? Because he got his damn head kicked in. So then, at the end of the match, Malakai, and I kind of clocked it, Malakai sort of stood in the ring, and he was like, I was like, what's he looking up for? He hasn't done that before. Yeah. And then, obviously, the lights, they start flickering red, and I'm like, wait. As a long-time fan, a long-time sort of viewer of WWF back in the day, the Brood giving bloodbaths with this red flickering and black lights clicking out. It's like, oh my God, what the hell? They're not going to do this bloodbath. Boosh, a torrent. It wasn't just the bucket that the Brood would use. It was a torrent of blood.
It was a lot.
All over Malakai.
He was covered.
I literally think it hit him so... Because he obviously dropped because he's selling the thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he dropped because of the force of it, because it looked like he got shunted out the way as well. So usually you would probably
really
just...
forceful.
It did. And you would probably just...
slippery as well.
Yeah. Because you'd probably just stand there and be like, what the hell is this, you know? As opposed to... Dish! Thud! Ah, damn it! And as you say, it looks really slippery. And the one thing that you cottoned onto, which was really, they couldn't have planned this. There's no way they could have planned this. The blood went over the dark side where the makeup of Malakai goes.
But the other eye was
untouched. The left eye was untouched. Like, all this part here was untouched. It's like, how did they do that?
Great visual.
Amazing.
Completely unintentional, I'm sure, but it was great.
Yeah. And then on the screen, you see Adam Copeland walking down the stairs, and he sort of gets a close on his face. He goes, you need to be careful what you wish for. See you soon. And it's like, oh my god, this is going to be so good.
Yes.
I cannot wait for this match. This is 100% my match of the night, without a doubt. Have you got anything to say about this one?
It's going to be great. It's going to be so good.
It's going to be violent. It's going to be brutal. There will be real blood.
Yes, definitely. Maybe some fake stuff as well. Who knows?
Maybe. There'll be mist. I reckon the House of Black will get involved somehow.
Yeah, bound to.
Got anything else?
Not really.
Who you got?
I don't know. I feel like this could go either way, and either way, I think I'd be happy, because I think whatever the outcome, we're going to get a great show. I think I'm leaning towards Copeland winning.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's close. It could be any. It could be either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You going Copeland?
Yeah.
I'm using this as my desired reaction. result rather. Deserved result of the night. Malakai Black. I want the House of Black to take it. I really want Malakai to win this. And anytime that, as far as I can remember, the House of Black have been in a title match where they've been chasing it, there's only been the two really. Is the one with the trios match and this one. They've won the trios match. They haven't won this one yet, but it's like I want Malakai Black to get this title so bad.
Yeah. Cool.
Because I think it would be great. I think it'd be so good. Copeland's great. He's done some fantastic stuff. Copeland's fantastic. The one caveat for this is that Malakai Black did say, if I win the title, you bend the knee to the House of Black. And I want Adam Copeland to join the House of Black.
Yeah. Interesting. I think he's definitely... he definitely could.
Well, he's part of originally part of the Brood. Anyone who's sort of my sort of age group, that dude there, knows about the Brood. Gangrel, Christian Edge. You know? Yeah. This is
so you
this is gonna be great.
That Edge would the Copeland would win, but your preferred outcome is Malakai Black.
Yes.
So either way you get some kind of point.
No. The way that this works is that I'm predicting Malakai, but if I'm correct, I get the win point. If Malakai wins.
Okay.
If I don't pick up a loss point, but it goes into that desired prediction column instead.
I don't think I understand it, but we'll go over it.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so final thoughts then. What's your least looking forward to match on this card?
It's probably Willow Mercedes Mone, I think. It could be great. There could be some great stuff.
Willow would be carrying it in my mind.
Yeah, it's because we don't know what shape Mercedes Mone is in. Yeah. I think that's my main thing.
And I'm just really obviously nervous that it's her first match and they're going to give her the title.
Yeah,
I really don't like that.
So jump in the queue business.
Yeah, I don't like it. Don't like it. Most anticipated match?
Oh, it's got to be the steel cage.
Are you saying that just because of my thing?
No, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so good.
Absolutely, 100%, without a doubt. There's a lot of great matches on here. But god damn, that match is going to be nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
Between that and Anarchy in the Arena, like, oh my god.
I kind of hope they sort of bookend it.
They probably won't. It'll be Swerve and it'll be Swerve and Cage at the end because of the AEW World Title, I reckon. Or actually, no, they might put Anarchy in the Arena at the end because it's the Elite.
Yeah.
But I can't see them doing the steel cage opening the event.
No, make too much mess.
It will probably be. Oh God, I would say the Continental Championship, but it's not. I was going to say the International Championship. I don't think opening with Will Ospreay is a good idea either.
Who knows?
Maybe Toni Storm, Serena Deeb.
Yeah, maybe. Might be a nice one to start with.
Maybe. Part of me just wants to do Willow and Mercedes Mone just to get it out of the way.
Get it over with.
Just get it done. Just get it done. You know, we know it's happening. I mean, they might open with Moxley the Takeshita actually. Yeah, that's not part of our predictions anyway. So if you're going to say, take us away, Len.
Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you as always. Please like the video if you liked it. Hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when we drop new videos. Follow us on socials. Our link tree's in the description below, which will take you to X, Facebook, and Instagram. And join in the conversation. You can talk to us on our socials or in the comments below. Let us know what your predictions are. Is there anything, you got any hot takes you want to share? Stuff like that.
Hot takes. Give us your hottest take.
Yeah. What's your hottest take? I like it. Anything else before we go?
House always wins.
House always wins. Great. Thank you for watching. Until next time, the house always wins. Until next time, don't get covered in blood. It actually doubles up because it's double or nothing, doesn't it? House always wins. Doubles up, double or nothing. Casino, right? Bye.